Hello friends, welcome back to CCSP certified channel. My name is Rag and I have 14 years of industry experience. I have recently cleared CCSP exam and decided to prepare this video series on most important topics, as soundness of concept is very important to clear any of the ISC2 exam. So this video series will not only helpful in the CCSP but other ISC2 exam and your professional life. Apart from this, I am starting a dedicated page for CCSP exam. You can write me on ccspcertified@gmail.com if you want to enroll for the same. Topic of the day is uses of cryptography. It is part 2 of the uses of cryptography series and the last video in the cryptography area. So as I mentioned before also, there will be around 15 questions on the basic and advanced concept of the cryptography and around 5 questions on the uses of cryptography. So if you go through all these videos, I'm 100% sure you will be able to give answer of all 20 questions that will be part of the cryptography itself. So I will do a quick recap, then we'll jump to the topic of the day. So as we have seen in the last video that the key management is very important, the private key in the cloud, because cloud needs key to perform an encryption decryption on the behalf of the customer. So key can be with the data. Key can be in the cloud but separate from the data, and key can be at customer side, and we have seen the pros and cons of all three options. We have also seen the HSM, which is a key management concept in cloud, and that is we have seen that is FIPS 142 level 3 certified tool, and it is to manage the keys in cloud separate from the data. So we will cover the FIPS 142 and other concept today. So first of all the images will be used in video only for the education purpose, and we claim no copyright for this. So FIPS stand for Federal Information Processing Standard, and 142 is the publication number of that one. It is a US standard published by NIST, which is National Institute of Standard and Technology. So all the companies working in the US government or private and want to build a cryptography module, they should have a FIPS 142 certified. And I'm mentioning again, it is only for cryptography. So it is asked again and again, FIPS 142 is for which purpose? It is for cryptography, and I will cover all the standards in one video series. There I will again cover the 142. FIPS 142, but today I'm covering them in more detail in this video. So, and one more important to remember point, it is for cryptography modules and it is for sensitive but unclassified information, SBU. So there is no classification for information, but information is sensitive. And we have seen in the last slide that HSM is level 3 of FIPS 2. So what is this level? So there are 4 levels. So this also being asked, what are the levels? What is the maximum level of FIPS? FIPS maximum level is level 4. Level 1 is minimum. Level 4 is maximum. There are only 4 levels. Level 1 gives that at least one approved algorithms is being used, and there is no physical security in level 1. So if any module is being prepared which is using at least one approved algorithm of cryptography and there is no physical protection there, then it is level 1. But if it is level 2, there is a tampering evidence collection also there. So if someone trying to perform any changes or try to manipulate the device, there is a evidence collection also there, but there is no resistance in the level 2. In level 3, there is a tampering resistance also there, so it destroys all the keys. Same like we have seen in the different movies when the cipher, when the one device contained when some password or secret and someone tried to open it forcefully, then it destroy all this information inside that one. That is a level 3. So HSM is also level 3, and there is a level 4. Level 4 is the best of all 3, which has a options to tamper resistance also, and they are all best feature of first 2, 3. So this is a quick slide. Again, no disclaimer, only education purpose we have collected. So environment, so it comes from bottom. So one cryptographic algorithm, at least one cryptographic algorithms, all 4. Temper evidence we are collecting in from level 2 onward. Temper detection and response we are doing in level 3 onward. And enhanced security, private key, identity based authentication, temper resistance that we have seen. The temper resistance will come on the level 4 only. So this is the FIPS, and sometimes they ask one or two questions, or some option in the questions comes from the FIPS directly. Now we comes to very important concepts. Those are remaining for this topic is, when we have seen that who will manage the key, now we will see where the encryption engine should lie. So because the encryption engine will use the key, so encryption engine this can also have three options: the customer manage key but engine at the cloud, then the customer need to share the key to the cloud. Second is customer manage key and encryption engine both, then encrypted data flow to the cloud. There are advantage disadvantage of both the approach we'll discuss, and the cloud maintain both the key and encryption engine like object storage and others as an example of this one. So when there is encrypted data flow to the cloud, it is more secure, but again the cloud will not do any processing. So we'll cover this in this next slide. So here I will not only cover the encryption part, we'll cover the object storage devices and the storage devices used by all three ARS and PAS and SAS. So ARS use volume storage and object storage, and there are some questions on the difference between these. So volume storage is logical unit but of fixed size, like we have in hard disk in our laptops. So this is a logical hard disk to the VM. This is known as volume storage. Where the object storage is hierarchical tree-like structure, so it has an infinite scalability where the volume was fixed size, and it is not attached to any instance where when this logical instance is attached to the user or the VM. It has three field data, metadata, and unique identifier, and it normally used to store the VM images. And the disadvantage of the object storage is the latency, because it is not good for real-time transaction, and the data should be replicated along all the nodes to have a consistency to occur. So object storage has some advantage and disadvantage against the volume storage. And the type of encryption used in between volume storage and object storage. Then volume storage we have instance managed encryption, when key and engine at the instance itself, but normally it is not used in the production. As I mentioned that when the key and instance engine both are at the same location, high possibility of this the intrusion. So, and there is externally managed encryption. So when engine at the instance, but they are externally managed like key in the HSM. So this is also one of the option in the volume storage encryptions. And the object storage encryption, they're the same, the server side and client side. The engine at cloud, keys with customer, data encrypted before storing. So the cloud engine is cloud, the cloud is doing the processing, but when data is stored in the object storage, the data is being encrypted in the server side. In the client side encryption, data reaches encrypted at cloud, engine and key both at the customer end. So this is the ARS based encryption mechanisms. The PAS based encryption mechanisms, the PAS use storage option as a disk, database, and blob, binary large object. Blob is for unstructured data, and database definitely for the structured data. So it has also three options: file level encryption when data resides on volume storage, and encrypt whole volume of the data folder of the database. This is first option. TDE. This very important concept: transport data encryption, TDE. So in this encryption engines in the database itself. And where is the key? Key is in one of the table, store the key, and the table is encrypted with the master key that is part of HSM. So here the both the advantage of key inside and key outside being used. When the key is inside the database, it is more faster processing, but that key is not master key. Master key is still outside. So the security of the key is also happening via HSM, and the engine is inside the database itself. There is a last level is app level encryption. This most complicated. Engine is outside the app level, send encrypted data to database. Data analysis and indexing is an issue here. So engine is outside at the app level. TDE engine is inside the database itself, and file level whole the database itself is encrypted. The SAS-based encryption, SAS also use one important storage, that is CDN, content delivery network. That is this is not different from the SDN. SDN we will see in the next few lectures later. Is this software defined network. CDN is different concept. CDN where the Netflix or others, that is when someone accessing the Netflix in the India, the content should be in Indian data center, so it will be faster in delivery also. And second is the compliance, the local jurisdiction compliance will be handled properly. If some videos or some movies on Indira Gandhi or some hate movies are not allowed to show in India, that can be blocked via the CDN. So CDN is the proximity concept. The SAS-based concept, storage concept is CDN. It also has a two encryption mechanism. One is a provider managed encryption, when everything is managed by CSP, because in SAS we have only control of the data. Application is also of the CSP. So CSP provides the encryption mechanism. You use that and store the encrypted data in the database. But here the CSP has all the control. Then there is a concept of the proxy encryption or gateway encryption. So in this, when the user send the data to the cloud via the proxy encryption, it sends the encrypted data, and the cloud store the encrypted data. Any admin or hackers access this data, then they get only encrypted data only. So there is a concept of the proxy encryptions to secure the data in the SAS. And as I mentioned, the data deletion is a bigger problem in the cloud. So if the data is encrypted, customer can lose the key or can delete the key, and data can get deleted. Even the CSP cannot access the data. I will quickly cover the few questions. Those are from the CSP question bank related to this concept, and those will be last of this video. So first question: who performed the review process of hardware security HSM in accordance with the Federal Information Processing Standard FIPS 142? That we have seen that FIPS 142 has 4 levels, and they have been defined by NIST. But who review the process? Do NIST has the time enough to review the process? So it is independent private laboratories who review the soundness of the or the level of the this particular HSM or any device. So it is independent laboratories in US who perform this. Second question: in which of this option does the encryption engine reside within the application accessing the database? So here we are asking when the encryption engine reside now within the database. That we have seen the TDE that we have seen. This is a transparent encryption that is being used where the database is inside the engine is inside the database. So we go to the next question now. So next question is: what type of data storage is often used in platform as a service PaaS arrangement? So that we have seen. IaaS has a volume and the object storage. PaaS has database, disk, and blob. So we have imperial? No. Long term? No. Database. Database is option. So such types of direct questions also may come from the slide, which IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS based object data storage, or what is the encryption mechanism they use. This type of question also comes in the CCSP exam. What is form of the cloud storage where data is stored as an object arranged in the hierarchical structure like a file tree? So we have seen that data is stored in the hierarchical structure is a file tree in the object storage. That we have seen in the definition of the object storage. So similarly, this is also one of the questions the way they asking that maybe they ask which has the data and metadata and the one unique ID or reference ID. That is also again is object storage. Or sometimes they may ask which is a volume which is fixed in size and they're logically connected to the user, that it is a volume storage. CDN you can say approximately. So next question we will cover this. So in next question, if you see, which is form of the cloud storage often used for streaming multimedia data of the user? That we have seen. The CDN that is a concept that is that regionally connected, or that is local to the user, so that will be more jurisdiction control, and they can use to multimedia streaming like Netflix and others using this CDN based concept. So this is where the CDN or the SAS based storage comes in the picture. So that's for today. Thank you for watching the video. You can write me on the ccspcertified@gmail.com for more help. Thank you. Like my channel, subscribe my channel.